Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go through a really handy formula that modifies dates to whatever you need it to be. I've got a few examples here to get us started, and hopefully that will show you what you need to do for whatever you're working on. So as you can see here in column A, we've got a number of dates, some random dates. Every now and again we just want to find the last day of the month that's represented in the dates. Again, sometimes we want to find the beginning of the month. And I've got a third example here, which is just a random day, which is, in this instance, the 15th day of the next month. For example, in a lot of companies, you'd get paid the following month, and maybe it's monthly on the 15th, so you'd want to create a formula that represents that next particular period. So let's get started with the first formula, which is the end of month formula. And it's as simple as equals eomonth, which represents end of month. And I'm going to select the date and put a comma 0, which represents if you want to add months or subtract months from that particular date that you're selecting. Press enter, and you can see the original date was the 12th of December 2022, and it's now the 31st of December 2022. Drag that formula down and you can see that it represents exactly the same thing for every one of those dates in column A. Really handy, really simple. Let's get on to the next one, which is the beginning of the month. And just before I do, if you like what you see, please subscribe or click that like button. Throw a comment if you like, it'd be really handy. So the beginning of the month formula is exactly the same as the end of the month, but just with a little bit of a modification. So to do this, simply we go into the formula we had before, which is equals eomonth, select the date, which is the 12th of December, and this time we will put a -1, and what that does is get the end of the month of the previous month. So I'll press enter and it's the 30th of November. But we actually wanted the beginning of the month, not 30th of November, which is the end of the previous month. So to change that formula, we just go back in there and simply, at the end of the formula, add 1, which adds one particular day. And there we go. Now we have the beginning of the month. Drag that down. And for each of the rows, we have the original date, the end of the month, and the beginning of the month. To get the 15th of the next month, you might have worked out it's just another modification of that formula, and we'll just quickly show you how to do that before we finish off. So again, we'll just quickly go into the cell, equals eomonth, select the date, comma 0, because we don't want to change the date or go into a previous month. And if I press enter again, that brings us the end of the month date, but we want the 15th of the next. So instead of adding 1 this time, it's as simple as adding 15. And now we have the 15th of January, which is the 15th of the next month. And if we do that all the way down, there's our formula. So hopefully this formula makes sense to you and it comes in really handy. It did for me, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you.